power kind of went off, kind of turned off and on, and then next minute they turn around and we were like, brace for impact. When we impacted, we kind of felt like it was like an earthquake, kind of shuffled around, moved everybody around.
A first-hand account of a Washington State ferry running aground this afternoon. Passengers telling Fox 13 it was shocking. And tonight we know one person had to be evacuated from that ship, but Washington State Ferry says the issue was unrelated to the crash. Good evening and thanks for joining us here on Fox 13. I'm Neil Wong.
And I'm Matthew Smith. Now, no one was hurt from the ship actually running aground and no fuel was spilled, so there is some good news here. But there is plenty of frustration and confusion tonight as information has been hard to come by. Now, we've mapped out where the Walla Walla ran aground. It is still out near Bainbridge Island at this hour, almost 6 hours after all of this began. We're told until high tide, it's unsafe to try to rip it away from the shore where it came to rest. And we've mapped this spot out on your screen. If you're familiar with this area, this is right near the Linwood Center area on the island. Fox 13's Zach Anders is joining us live from Bremerton. That's where people evacuated were just taken. He's joining us live. And Zach, you've been talking to a lot of folks out there. How are they reacting to all of this?
Matt, a lot of these people were coming on the Bremerton run to Seattle to try and get to the rain soccer match, to see the Mariners play the Rockies tonight. There was even a Navy Corps ball that was happening in Seattle. So there was a lot of people on the Walla Walla this afternoon. It was in the Rich Passage when it lost power. Now, this is a tight area to navigate. This is about 4 ferries wide in this passage. There's 600 passengers on board, 15 crew. Now, this ferry has a draft of 18 feet, so that's the lowest point underneath the water. So wherever it ran aground is about 18 feet deep of water. Lost power. They told passengers on board to brace for impact. They had to bring in the Coast Guard, 2 cutters and a helicopter in case of a medical evacuation. And they've been taking people off with Kitsap fast ferries. They've been bringing them back to Bremerton. A lot of vehicles still left on the Walla Walla. Now, the tide is coming back in now, but at about 8 p.m. was peak low tide. So they ran aground and they were told, the passengers were told, essentially, we might have to keep you on board the Walla Walla until about 11:30 midnight tonight. As far as we know, there are still many passengers left on board, but we have been able to speak to a few of those passengers who were put on the Kitsap Fast Ferry and were able to be taken off back to Bremerton.
Abort ship is what they said.
We have the life raft blown up and the evacuation slide is there, but we can't go on it yet, so just keep sitting still. And it was just,
yeah.
Every time we thought something was going to happen, like 20 minutes later, they were like, actually, we're not going to do that.
There was a small medical emergency on board, and they were asking for anybody, and they were helping with, because we had some trained doctors and nurses, and I think a few Navy corpsmen were on board.
Now, the big question that we have tonight, I just got off the phone with someone who is a retired captain, and the systems on board these ferries are designed with redundancy. So you lose power, you have a backup in place that's designed to provide enough power for you to navigate. So either some sort of error took place or the backup system was not providing enough power, failed altogether. We just don't know at this point. But something did go wrong that led to this ferry then running aground and basically coming up to the shoreline, which could, in the end, cause extensive damage to one of our largest vessels in the ferry fleet. From Bremerton tonight, Zach Anders, Fox 13 News.